Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
All right, can you see me? Can you hear me? Are we live? I think my camera needs adjusting there just a tad. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all today? It's crazy here. My roof was damaged due to a recent hailstorm, and we thought the roof replacement wasn't supposed to happen until like 2 more weeks, but they came very early. They were here at 6 o'clock this morning and have been here all day. I have no idea how much longer they're going to be here, but it seems like they're working on the half of the roof that's right above me. It's funny because they did the other part of the roof first, and then this is the part they left till the last. So, yeah, it's nice and noisy. I don't know if y'all can hear the banging or not. Hopefully it is far enough removed because of the way the microphone is set up that you won't hear it as much. But I apologize if it's annoying. Yeah, 6 a.m. they were here. They started unpackaging stuff and getting it all ready, and then at 6:55 they were climbing on the roof, scraping off the old roof. It was really early. Yes, very before coffee. Yeah, you can hear them hard at work. Yes. So we're glad that we're getting the new roof, so it'll be a lot better. To keep us from getting wet on the inside, but it's noisy. So how is everybody? I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great week, that you got to do something fun and creative. I appreciate you spending the time with me here today. Oh, I've got on Jennifer and I got together and we painted some nails, and this is a thermal nail polish, so it changes color. If you notice on the part of my thumb here, it's because it's warmer, and then the tip is cooler, so it makes it 2 different colors. And I had gloves on just a moment ago. I just took one off so I could show it to y'all. So it was all pink because of the gloves. So I'm gonna put my gloves back on so I don't ruin my beautiful manicure. All right, so I wanted to do some gel printing. I had an idea. I don't know if it's going to be executed very well because I've not done it yet, but I'm looking at some of Norella's digital images. These are some of her artful images that she made, and I want to make a few gel prints that maybe I could use with these when I make a journal. And so I'm contemplating, how do I do this? What do I do? And I thought, well, first of all, I think I want to make a background that is got a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of blue in it. So let me find my yellow. I've got a yellow here. This is just all-purpose craft acrylic paint. And I think we'll go with, let's go with this shade of teal. And then I have a medium blue here. So I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'm going to put a little bit of yellow down here. I don't need a whole lot of paint. I just want a little bit. And then I'm going to put this color down. And it's got paint boogers going on. All right, let's go back over there. Put a little bit of this darker blue down. All right, that's probably more than enough paint. So I'm going to brayer out the yellow a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just not even use a stencil or anything, but just brayer this out. Kind of get this going. All right, so do I want to put that on a book page or do I want to put it on copy paper? I think this time I'm going to put down some copy paper. So I'm going to kind of position it so I get a little bit of all three of the colors and place that down. I'm doing something different than I normally do because usually I put down stencils, but I thought I would just put down some paint first. So I'm just kind of pressing. This is your standard copy paper. And now I'm going to, my nose is going to start running because I started sneezing a moment ago. They're banging right above my head and some stuff fell off the wall a moment ago. And now I can tell my allergies are going because it's probably dusty wherever they're banging from the top. I'm just cleaning up the edges of my gel plate with a scrap of paper here. You like the brayer off page? You would keep it. This is just a book page that I just keep brayering off onto. It's funny. All right, so I'm just kind of cleaning this off. This is just one of my cleaning off the edges that I may do something with later, but I like creating these. Okay. So that kind of created, that's a neat color variation in it. It's going across there. Put that aside. Let's lift this one up. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I didn't even show it to you. So there is that gel print. All right. So I don't even know if it's going to work, but I went out and I cut some leaves. So like this is a leaf off of my crepe myrtle. So I'm just going to lay it down. I'm just kind of looking. Okay, I think if I did something like that. And I've got a couple of smaller ones. Okay, I've got enough. Okay. I wasn't sure if I had enough of the right kind of leaf. So I think what I want to do now is I want to not dump things in the floor. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to brayer over the back of this so that the yellows and the blues shine through where the plant material is going to be. Okay, that's my thinking. So what color should I go with? I saw where they had used black. They had used really dark colors. So maybe, I don't see my black there. I didn't get it out. Here we go. I'm going to get out a brown too. Okay, I've got to blow my nose. Pardon me while I turn away from the camera. All right. Oh, clean my hands. All right. All right, so I think maybe I'll use a heavy body acrylic in black because then it will truly cover the page below. And I'm going to probably use too much paint, which is okay. All right, now Julie doesn't want me to destroy that, so I'm going to turn it around. All right, I'm going to brayer this all over. Try to be quick. This is a heavy body acrylic paint, so it's going to take a little bit longer for it to dry, which should give me time. I've got some crepe myrtle leaves, so I'm going to put a couple of these down, and got another one here, and one more. I'm going to take off the flower bundle at the top, put that here. And then this is, I don't know what this is. It's just another little tree that was in my yard. So I'm going to lay it across the top. All right. So my thought was if I take this and lay it down, I can smush it. And this is the colored print that I'm laying on top. Okay, so I'm just trying to smoosh that into the paint really well. Okay. And I'm going to grab the edge that we made earlier and lay that up here. And get that even. This is either going to work or it's not going to work, right? And how do you know until you try something? That's something that I want you to do, is experiment and be okay if it's a failure. It may not turn out exactly the way that you wanted, but it's a learning opportunity, right? All right, let's see what happens. Well, that's interesting. It kind of left a little bit. Oh, thank you, Susie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you. Tap dancing on my head. So that kind of left a little bit of voids in there. I could see where a smaller leaf pattern would work. And I picked some last night, but I should have picked them today because they were very wilted. I may try to get them out because they're in a book. I decided to put them down in a book, hoping that maybe flattening them out would make it pretty good. So that's interesting. Look at that. With the voids in there. Makes it interesting background. So I can see a smaller leaf pattern working better. All right, so I'm going to take these off the gel plate. And now I need a place to put them because they're wet with paint. And we'll let that paint dry for a moment. All right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, I got it. I've got a piece of bubble wrap I'm going to lay back here and then lay these on top of it so I don't have to worry about them ruining anything. All right, so this is black. So if we go back over it with color, that should kind of pop, right? It's kind of cool looking, isn't it? It's different. I've got something with some smaller leaves that I think I'll try next. I'm just going to get these ready. So I've got these that had much smaller leaves. I think I want to try those. All right, let's give this a moment to dry. It's still a little tacky. I've got my ceiling fan on high. We're into what we call smart hours with our electricity, and from 2 p.m. till 7 p.m. we're supposed to reduce as much power, conserve as much power as possible, otherwise we get charged a higher rate on our electricity. So Henry had turned the air up early this morning and I did not realize it. So normally what I do on Mondays when I'm home is I turn the air conditioner really low and then I turn it up at 2 o'clock because that's when the cutoff is. Well, today I didn't notice until I was like, I'm getting hot. It's really hot in here. It was right at 1:15. So I went and quickly turned down the air to kind of cool the house off. But I had to turn it back up. You kind of like it? You're very welcome, Julie. I'm glad you like them. I know, Julie. I know. It happens. All right. So since we did the teal, the yellow, and blue on this gel print, we should probably do the same thing. So if I did yellow and the tealy blue and the darker blue, maybe even just do the lighter blue. So I'm going to get out the yellow again. And I'll put it up here where it's kind of blank. Whoop, that was a lot of yellow. And whoopsie, throw it on the floor, Linda. Okay, and then I want this teal color. Come on. There we go. Got paint boogers again. And then this darker blue. Okay. So I'm going to start on the yellow and brayer that out. Get rid of some of that paint booger. Kind of smooth that out a little. All right, now I'm going to come in with this blue. Try to get rid of this paint booger. Just throw that away. I think the black paint was still wet, so it's going to smear. But we're just going to go with it. because I did put a lot of black paint down. But again, we're experimenting. We're trying different things. All right, so I'm going to come back with some copy paper again and lay that down. Smush it into the paint. And I might as well just use the other half of this. So I'm just going to go right here and line that up. And I'll use my piece to get some of the edges off. See how this works. It will show through the veins. You think so? I hope so. I hope I didn't put too much paint down. I think I put too much paint down because I'll have to let it set for a moment to get through all the layers. I may have had too much black paint. Okay, kind of cleaning up a little bit of that edge. Smooth this out. My whole thing is moving. Give it a little bit. You know, while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to try something. I've got a smaller gel plate. I'm just going to let that soak because I can tell it's still really wet. So while that's soaking, I'm going to try with this teal. And I'm going to brayer this out. I've got a square gel plate that I've had for years. I think this was my first one that I've had. And I've got a book page here. So I'm going to try to kind of line it up with the corner. Let's try to do that. And lift the paint. Okay. Just a little bit still left on there, so I'm just going to pick it up on the other half of this paper. All right, so I've got a little bit of a teal box right there. So now I'm going to take some of this smaller stuff and lay that out. See if I can get that to lay right on there. I saw another one that had a little branch. Here's another little branch. I may just cut it. Let me get my scissors. All right, I'm going to cut this one. I think that'll be enough. Yep, okay, that's what I want. So I'm going to put down black again. I'm going to try to not put so much black. It didn't work for you. So I think I've got too much black the first time. So we're going to try. Of course, my brayer was still dirty with the blue, but that's okay. Trying to remove some of that paint. All right, so now I'm going to lay this on here. Lay this in here. All right, and what I do with this, okay? So I'm going to try to line this up as best I can right here and press that in. Okay. Okay. Really trying to smush it in where all the leaves are. Okay, let's lift it. Okay, now that turned out a lot better, didn't it? I think that turned out a lot better because it was a smaller leaf pattern. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to set this gel plate aside for a few minutes. And let's see if this will lift. So it's kind of murky, but you can kind of see some of the veins in there. It's not perfect. You know, it's still usable. We can do something with it, right? All right, let's put that over here. Let's see what the big one looks like and get under it. All right, so there's the bigger one. And I can see the veining. I can see it better on the yellow. The dark blue is a little too dark, I think, to go with black. But it's something, right? And then we've got some grungy bits still on the plate. So let's see what we can do next, right? Set that over there. All right, so I think what I want to do now, I've got some pages that I printed earlier. So I printed a, are they stuck together? No. I printed a kind of a yellow, a teal, there's a blue, I've got a dark purple. So let's try, we've got that part done. Do we want to go back in maybe with a brown? So I'm going to put some brown down. Is this going to come out? Maybe, maybe not. All right, now we're going to get it to come out. Well, that was interesting, Linda. Let me get a paper towel. I think there's a big goober right here that I can't get out, so I'm going to try cleaning the inside here. Where's my little palette knife? Okay, let's see if that makes, see there's a nice big glob right there. Oh yeah, that's cleared out now. Okay, or maybe dark green. Yeah, I've got a dark green. I may do that on the next one. So let's see what this brown does. What I may end up doing is just printing this. I've got another idea. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to just print a piece of paper with this brown, and kind of clean up my plate. And maybe we're going to do something in reverse and see how it works out. Of course, this is a heavy body paint. It's different than the craft paint, but I do have some of my heavy body paints out. Looks like I'm going to need some more paper here, Linda. Okay, lay that right here. Clean up the edges. So it seems like once you start with the blacks, the darker color, it gets a little dirty around the edges. Okay. Dark green and metallic. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to lift this and come back up here and lift the rest of that. Okay, I got most of that gone. All right, so that got up most of the gel print. It kind of made an interesting background of different colors there, didn't it? All right, so I've got a green. Let me get it. That I think would work. I've got this shade of green, and I've got a darker shade of green. Okay. I'm thinking, let's do this darker shade of green. That's probably enough paint. Ah, come on. Go back on. Well, of course, the lid didn't want to go on, right? I'm going to set that aside. move over here out of the way. And clean my brayer off with another book page. Okay. Look at that green. Oh my goodness. This paint glides really well. This paint I picked up years ago on clearance. All right, so I'm going to go back in with the smaller bits again. Put that there. Let's put some right here. I may have to go outside and pick some more plants. Okay, I've got those. So let's go back with, I've got this tealy color, so I'm just going to lay that right on top and smush it. See how this turns out. I think if I had put these in a book and smushed them flat, they would be even better, but I just picked these just before I started the live. The roofing crew is probably wondering, what is she doing walking around with an apron on cutting plants? All right, let's see what this looks like. That's interesting. Kind of has that feathery look. What's the best way to clean your gel plate? Barbara, truly the best way to clean your gel plate is to coat the whole thing with a coat of paint. Lay down paper across the whole thing, covering the whole gel plate. Let it sit till it dries completely. And then you'll lift your paper and it'll all come up. You may need to use like a cardstock or a thicker paper, because a thinner paper, the paint will tear. But if you have a nice cardstock that you can put down all over your gel plate, then you can lift it. You like that? That's kind of cool, isn't it? Set that aside. All right, so I'm going to lift the leaves off. And this paint may be wet enough that I can go back. So I'm just going to grab, I've got this kind of a light yellow green. I'm going to lay that right over it. And we don't have any texture up here, so I'm just going to grab my spool and just kind of make some texture there. Let's see how this looks. Oh, no, this is cool. So there's where the plants had the paint. Oh, I'm not in camera view. Sorry, gang. Where the plant material was. And still got a little bit of the brown that was on there. But that's kind of interesting, because you're getting... Now, another thing that some people do is remove the plants and then put the original gel plate back down so you get the texture in it. That's another way to do that. You like that? Yeah. Yeah, they probably have seen Stranger Things, Julie. You're probably true. Probably true. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so we've got a little bit on the gel plate. I'm going to change to the other green that I just saw. Where is it? See if this comes out. It may not, because I may need my palette knife again. This paint has been in my stash for a while, and I think the lid... Well, I may not be able to get it out. Ugh. My palette knife was just bending, and I don't want to break it. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Oh, no. I think I need to throw this paint away, possibly. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Look at there. Let's see if it's dried up inside of it. I can feel the paint moving further down, but not at the mouth. Let's see. I've got another little, oh, here we go. I got a little bit. I may need to put some plastic wrap over this because I think the lid's cracked. So I'm just going to set that here to the side. And let's brayer this one out. I didn't get very much paint out, so I'm going to get some of the other color I had. There we go. We'll mix them together. Okay. All right, let's try this again. So I'm going to lay down some more of the branches. So we'll lay one here. And I've got this one I'll lay here. Got another one we can lay there. All right, so we're going to come back. I've got a, this one's yellow. So let's see what happens when we put this yellow down. I'll try to go closer to the edge here. There. Try to get all of that paint. I probably could have used less leaves. Kind of press it, press it. It's kind of a blue-green. It's a, I think this is Pathlo green. P-H-T-H-P-H-T-H-A-L-O. Okay. All right, so if I pull this up now, do I want to try to lay it right back down over where I took it up? Why not? Let's just try it. I didn't even take it up all the way. Let's see if we can get all that paint. I'm going to add some more texture up here, taking off some of that paint. Okay, let's see what happens. Now that's interesting. So by putting it right back down, we got the texture in there. You like it? Pronounced phthalo? Okay, phthalo green. Won't know till you try. You just got to give it a try, right? Phthalo, more phthalo. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I think we're on a roll now, right? All right. So I needed to have made more of these papers before I started, but I think the green would look good over that purple. And I know in this white, it probably doesn't look, it looks a lot lighter, but it is a purple. It's closer to violet, especially in the darker areas. All right, let's get this out of the way for a moment. Okay, we're rolling. All right, let's put this green back down. You like it? Okay, let's get the green down. If anything, I can use up this tube of green paint, right? All right, so I'm smooshing it out. So a generous amount of paint works well with the leaves. I've got some bigger leaves. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. We'll have to come back to it. Let me set it here so I can remember. Okay. So I had these much bigger leaves. So do I want to take them off the branch? No, I think I'm just going to lay them down. Yeah, like that. They're big. So I'm going to line this up with the edge and then press this over it. And really press, because I want to press that leaf into the paint. Okay, just trying to rub this really well. I find that if I roll my brayer, because I did test that earlier, over the top of the plant material, the whole page moves. So I found that I thought it would be better to just use my hands. We make up our own way of saying things in Oklahoma. That's right. You heard because I heard a art teacher say it. All right, so I'm going to peel this up. I'm going to keep my thumb. Well, you can't see. Why isn't this up high enough? Okay. I'm going to keep my thumb or finger right here on the bottom and peel this back and take away the leaf. Look at that patterning. And then lay this back down. Let's see how this turns out. I think they've moved on to a different section of the roof. It doesn't sound as loud now. All right, you ready for the big reveal? Extra syllables always work, for sure. I know, because that's how Bob Ross used to say it. Okay, hello. All right, let's see how this looks up. That was a mulberry leaf. We have a mulberry tree, and this was a volunteer leaf that I saw growing. That turned out really cool with the purple behind it. What do you think? I like that. Ooh, this is looking cool. Okay, set that aside. I've got another purple here. I think I'm going to use some more of this green, and I still got this leaf, so I'm going to use it again. And I think what we'll do next is I'll kind of clean the plate up so I could do some more solid pages. And I meant to do that one, so we'll do it just a second. All right, so I'm just putting paint all the way out to the edge so I can lay some papers over it. Okay, clean my brayer off. Now we're going to lay the leaves back out again. I think that one was one of my favorites. Okay, got that. So I'm going to lay this over here and smush that down into the paint. I'm going to get another piece. Let's just do this one where I'll kind of clean up the edge. Okay, just really rubbing that. Okay, so now I'm going to lift this up and let's lift this out. See if I can keep my thumb on it. Yes, okay. And then put this one back down. All right, we'll get my paper to clean up the edges a little bit. Clean that off a little. Okay. Yeah, and Margie's not here today. I hope she's okay. She's probably busy. I know a couple of times she had family, or she had family, and then one time she had, I forgot her name all of a sudden, helping her sell some stamp sets she had. Okay. Marianne. I think her name was Marianne. All right, I kind of cleaned the edges up a little bit. I'm going to let that set for just a moment so it can really be soaking into the page. All right, so we have this piece, and it's got a little bit of teal on this side. So let's come back in. I've got the craft paint that I'm going to put on here. I'm trying not to put too much. Got a little paint goober. Brayer that out. It's got a little bit of that green in there. Okay, come on. Oh, my leaf just rolled up onto my brayer. Don't do that. Okay, so I had a book page. Let's get another one. And let's just lift this. I'm going to let this one set too for a moment, just so it can be soaking up all that paint. All right, so I'm going to let this set over here to the side, and let's lift these up. If you have enough room, yeah, you could lay those leaves out onto another piece of paper and press them. So that really didn't come out too much because there was a lot of layers of paint up there. But you got a little bit of texture here. Okay. Now see how clean that plate is there? And I left that paper on for a little bit longer. That turned out really cool on that purple, didn't it? I like the way that turned out. That's cool. Okay, so I need to make just solid papers, right? You know, probably the easiest thing to do would be just to brayer over some pages instead of trying to do a gel print. But if you want that texture where you've got different colors together and for it to also be somewhat smooth, we could do it on the gel plate. So I'm going to do some more. I'm going back to look here. So we did the purple with that leaf. This was the yellow and green. Here's kind of a tealy, and then that was the green on the green. So I think I want some more of this color. And I kind of wish I had more of a medium blue. Ah, I do. It's kind of a medium. What is this one called? Cobalt. Need to see lighter colors? Okay. Let's try. I'm going to pull off this paint. Okay. This will activate that green underneath, give us some interesting texture. Get some more copy paper down. Put that under. Oh, here's where I had it. It's like, where did I have this earlier? All right, so I'm going to lay this down. And we'll lay one on the edge. Okay. Got a little bit of blue on there. So I'm going to lift that. So we got a nice pretty blue. So I wonder, what would that look like if we did, what do we want to do? Maybe, I know the yellow will make green on there. So maybe that's what we'll do. I think I've got a yellow. All right, so let's peel this one off. Oh, that turned out interesting with the texture behind there, with the other paint that was on the gel plate earlier. All right, so I'm going to get... Ah, it's stuck. Let's see. Put this up here. Oh. So I got a couple of different shades of yellow. So what do I want here? Oh, those are the same. I've got an orange too. All right, so that was blue. Let's do, I got the same colors. I don't need all of those, Linda. Let's put those down there. I've got deep yellow and yellow medium. So let's do yellow medium on here and see what it comes up with. If I get it open. That's usually how it goes, right? There we go. Squeeze out some yellow. All right, let's brayer that out. It'll have a little bit of the blue in it. Okay, now let's lay the leaf back out. My leaf got rolled on earlier. All right, so we'll lay this down here. Smush that. We'll go ahead and make some texture up here. And we're going to get, where is it? This blue. And line it up. Get messy. I've got paint all over me. Cheddar. I don't know what cheddar color is. What is cheddar color? Apparently I haven't because I have no idea what it is. Okay, so we're going to lift this one up. And I'm going to lift this one up, put my finger here, and remove the leaf. Lay this back down. And lay this back down. And I'm going to wipe off the edge just a little bit. Okay. Cheddar cheese color. Oh, okay, gotcha. I've got orange. That's the color I have. So I don't know if I have a cheddar cheese color. This is also orange. All right, let's see how this turned out. So you can see a little bit of the texture. I don't know that I like the yellow over the blue. I think I would like it the other way around. Oh, well, that looks a lot better. So it has a little bit more green where the leaves are. The cheddar cheese versus Velveeta cheese, that's what we grew up on, was Velveeta. That's interesting colors. Different. So I really like the mulberry leaf because of the veins in it. But I also like how this one turned out with the laying it back down over the yellow. And then this was just picking up separately. Turned out cool, huh? All right, so let's try to go a little bit lighter, right? And I think if I do a yellow base, so let's do the yellow. So I've got, well, you said cheddar, so here is an orange. And I'm going to add, whoopsie, I guess the lid came loose. Now we got a nice messy lid. All right, where's the hinge? There it goes. Woo! They must be putting the final touches on my roof because now they're using a drill. That's making, oh no, they're cutting a hole. I forgot. We get a new, some, homes have kind of like this little spinny whirligig thing. And I was told by our roofer that we're getting a different style. All right. Okay. So I'm kind of mixing this together. See how this comes out. All right, so we're going to do orange. This was a heavy body paint. So we'll pick this one up. Okay. Use my mop-up papers on the edges. Kind of pumpkin? Kind of does. Not cheddar cheese. It needs more yellow. Kind of clean up some of this. Old Velveeta cheese. Very old. It's been on the shelf for a while. Roof vent. A roof vent. The little whirligigs that they would go on. Well, they're changing it. It's a different style. So I think they're having to cut the hole. That's interesting how it picked up the green on the very bottom. All right. I didn't get my gel plate taped down like I normally do. My mixed media paper. It's kind of orange. I think I need to do some more orange. Let's make it lighter. So I'm going to use less orange. So just a small amount of orange. Let me get this back on here. And let's use some yellow. Let's see if that turns out better, lighter. That's not quite cheddar cheese, is it? Let's see if it... No, it's still kind of orange. It's lighter. I guess I need to invest in some more paint, right? Or I need to play with mixing. All right, let's pick this up. Let's do this edge. Clean up the edges. Roof vent, yes. Cheddar cheese on Mars. Too funny. All right, so let's lift this up. I am doing a in-person gel printing workshop on June the 20. I don't want to say the wrong date. It's Saturday, June the 25th. Possibly is the date here in Yukon. All right, so this is a lot lighter than that. It has more yellow in it. We're not quite there though, right? All right, we're going to do one more. Might as well. We got the plate going. So it's kind of got a little of a marbled effect here in the middle. Okay, I see it, but I'm going to wait, Robin. Give me another couple minutes. Let's put down yellow first. And let's only put just a touch of orange. Just a small touch of orange. And where's my palette knife that I had? All right, so I'm just going to kind of... That's really still too much orange. So we're gonna do this one more time, and I think we're going to only use not even a drop of orange. It's getting lighter. Okay, let's lift it. If anything, we're just going to have a lot of fun papers, right? Come on, paper. I got out some bubble wrap I wanted to play with. We may do that here in a moment. Okay. Thinking Cheetos? Get some air. Let my hand get some air. Okay. All right, let's see how this one. And I may add, I've got another yellow here I may use. So that one's really bright. It's got a bright, bright color. Let my hands air out. Look at that orange. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. So I've got medium and deep. So I'm going to use a little bit of the medium. I got it right on my hand. All right, and then let's use a little bit of this yellow. And we're going to barely get, I hardly want any orange. I just got a tiny drop. All right, let's mix this paint up again. It's still that orange is just so very strong. All right, I'm going to add some of this lighter yellow. I may need a little bit of white if I can get it open. Come on. Well, we'll just do it this way. Okay. Trying to lighten it up just a little. I think that helps. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it off my palette knife. And let's brayer this out. It's different. We're doing the twisty movement with our body, so we're really getting some exercise. Okay, I'm going to clean this off. Grab another sheet of paper. Lay that down. That's a lot lighter orange. The orange, boss. Yeah, it does make it look bright, doesn't it? Bacon Cheetos. That sounds interesting. I think I put my arm in the paint. You see that on my arm? My chair sits too low. I've got a pillow in it, but it's not tall enough. I need to refluff it. Okay. That's a lot lighter. It's getting there. I think that looks a lot better. Okay. That looks a lot better. Okay, let's try it now. Right? So, do we want to do the green over the yellow? Green? The same green? Because then it'll be darker green, right? Around the edges. So let's do the green. Try not to put too much paint. Now you want mac and cheese? You need a new office chair? I need a new chair in here, I think. I've had this one for a long time, and it was used when I got it. I'm not going to do the whole plate. I'm just going to do this bottom half, which should be enough. All right, so now I'm going to take my leaf and lay it on here. Okay. And then we're going to come back with our orangey page and lay that down. And rub a dub dub. All right, we're going to do a raffle here in a moment. If you haven't already gotten in the raffle for 200 junk bucks, do that now. Okay. Kind of rubbing really well. All right, so I'm going to put my finger here in the corner and peel this back so I can remove the leaves, which are getting wilty. But I think this is going to look really cool. Oh, hey, Margie, we were just missing you, lady. Thanks for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you showing up, and I thank you for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad the super chat's working. I don't know why it quit working the other day. I kept messing with it, and I'm glad it's working again. Okay. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, that looks really cool. What do you think? I like it. You feel complete because Margie's here. Thank you, Margie. Y'all enter the raffle. All right, we're going to let that. I like that one. I may go ahead and do these other oranges. We might as well, right? I mean, yes, they're not the colors we wanted, but I think I like them. So here is with the purple. I'm going to kind of lay these out with that purple and the green. And I think we need to do, this was the blue on the bottom and yellow on top. So if I did the light teal, I've got this teal, well, I've got this really light one, because that looked really good when we did this one. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to do that light teal again with this dark green, and then maybe we'll do a light green. Okay. I'm going to save the oranges for another time. Okay. Y'all enter the raffle. Try to get this down. Okay. That one's great too. You like it? I like the way the orange looked. That really bright. So I think doing yellow and then doing blue over it would be the ideal. And that might be what I should do is grab, ooh, I've got this really bright ultramarine blue. And if we did this in reverse, I think we might like it better. I got a few good ones, yeah. You know, you kind of have to play with it a little bit. Scannable, that orange one? Yeah, I think so. I think I may end up doing a whole set. All right, let's pick a winner. The winner of 200 junk bucks is Susie. Congratulations. You're going to get 200 junk bucks added to your account. Once you get to 2,000, you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon to my shop. All right, and these are space goodies. All right. This is from this is okay. So Jennifer at Mrs. Edmondson gave me this little packet of goodies. There is, I don't know if it's the whole one, but there's like a bandana that has space themes on it. There's some space confetti. There's some beads and little stars. I say space confetti. Star confetti. Some star stickers, some little pieces of trim, and then some glittery type papers. So y'all into the raffle for that. And I think that's what I want to do. I want to do some yellow and teal. I'm liking how these are turning out. I think those are my favorite. I'm going to have to go pick some more mulberry leaves. Henry, come home. Pick some mulberry leaves for me. Okay, let's put down, I think, yeah, we'll put down this teal. I'm just going to go where I've been using this corner. I've probably got too much paint, but that's okay. We'll do a couple. Kind of smooth this out. This is just craft paint, so it's more chalky is what I want to say is the color, where the heavy body paint has a shine to it. Okay. You're very welcome. I'm going to print a couple of the teal so I'll have them. And because I know I put too much paint on there, so that'll be a really pretty one. Lay that out to dry for a moment. Okay. This back over here. Now, I could have mixed two colors of teal on here, but I just decided to do the one color right now. Smooth it out. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to use my papers to clean up around the edges. I need another one. Oh, do I have one? Well, we'll just get another. There. I want to switch colors. Turn on your headlights. He doesn't like you anymore, Julie. You didn't wash your hands in Dawn dish soap like they do over here. Okay. Trying to clean up some of that paint around the edge. Getting some of it up. Okay. Now we'll have two of these in the teal color. I like it. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do a couple of yellows. So I'm going to do this lighter yellow. Yeah, you don't have, that's why, see? You just can't win, Julie, because you don't have Dawn dish soap. Let's do this bright yellow. All right, let's pick this one up. I think I'm going to do it one more time, and I'm going to mix yellows. So you don't have the right color of paper? Well, you can just paint it with acrylic paint. That turned out cool. All right, let's get, I didn't get this edge. That looks good. All right. I'm going to do a mix of this yellow, which is the yellow deep. And yellow medium. And we're going to mix it a little bit. This may be closer to what color that you were wanting, Julie. Morning Fresh. Well, that's probably good. It's the best dish soap ever. My mother-in-law, I was out in the garden working at their house, And when I came in, I needed to wash my hands and my arms because I was moving a bunch of mulch. And I just used hand soap. And she was like, here, use some Dawn dish soap. And I'm like, no, I am not using Dawn dish soap on my arms because it dries out my skin and makes me itch. So, no, thank you. That's for dishes, not for my arms. Okay. Mom puts it in your toilets and laundry. Oh my gosh. Don't do housework in the mornings. Oh dear. You heat up your animal's can of food. Aw. Well, Henry ate all of his breakfast this morning, and he usually shares with the dogs. So he had to go back in and dip out another spoonful of his egg mixtures, egg, sausage, and pepper that he makes in his breakfast burrito just for the dogs. I like that yellow. Yeah, you Google cheddar cheese, and there are so many different cheddar cheeses, colored varieties. It's ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. You buy a lot of Dawn at Sam's. All right, so we've got some yellows and some teals. So let's try the same. I gotta get my paper was curled up, so I wanted to smooth it out. All right, so we're gonna do blue over. So this is ultramarine. So I'm going to get rid of the glue, the paint booger. Okay. Blue. All right. Get that spread out. I may need more. I was trying not to put too much paint, but maybe it'll be all right. Trying to move quickly. All right. Then let's lay my leaves are starting to get wilty. All right, we'll come back with, let's do this teal color first. Try to lay that out on top. And smush the plant material. Smush, smush, smush the plant material. Okay, do a little opera. Smashing the plant material. I know I'm silly, but you gotta have fun, right? So how many of y'all that have a gel plate are gonna go out and grab some leaves? If you do, share over in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I want to see what you make. I want to see you play. All right, so I'm going to lift this up and hold my finger in the corner here and get rid of the leaf material. Oh, I like it. I hope there's enough wet that it will transfer. We'll see. Rub it, rub it, rub it. We're rubbing the gel plate. Okay. Wrong time of year for that here. Oh, yeah, it's too dry. You could look for long, dry grasses, Julie. You could also do some dry leaves, I guess, if they're not crumbly. All right, let's see. Oh, I like it. It shifted a little bit, but I think I'm okay with that. What do you think? I'll help if I get in there. I think fake leaves would work, Barbara. You know, if they've got texture, just look to see if they have a little bit of texture. Try to get that in the camera. On the backs of them. And that should give you the same effect. You know, that's what I would do, maybe. All right, let's put this over here. So So that was blue. So maybe I should do purple, or yes, I have this. It's a dark purple. It's called violet, but it's darker than this one. Or I have this different shade of blue. So should we do purple or the light blue? And we're going to do it over the teal. So what should we do, knowing that this is how this blue turned out? So this was the blue I just used. So we got this shade. I'm going to do this purple. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this here, put this here. I need my brayer. I need access to my brayer, which has now got goop on it. So I'm going to put it in my water and get a different brayer because silly me, I put it down wrong side. Purple. Let's do this purple. Let's see how this looks. It's going to be dark. But I think it'll look cool with that teal poking through behind it. All right, we're going to lay the plant material down. I'm not being really particular too much. All right, let's lay this down and smush it. Smush it. Smush it real good. It's not a competition to see how many you have. Wow. Margie, are you signed in on a different account? Because I thought you had at least that much. That's crazy. Love the purple. You're amazed, Julie? You like it? All right, so I'm smushing. All right, so I'm going to put my finger down here in the corner to help position my gel plate print back on. All right, got that out. Let's see how this one looks. Okay. Yeah, they built up when posted because you didn't spend any. And we couldn't send anything. All right, come on now. Oh, I like it. That's the purple over it. So here is that blue, and here's the purple over the same color. Hoarding bugs. Okay, find. I like it. All right, so let's do the blue over the yellow. Do we want to do the purple over the yellow? Because I think it's going to look like mud. But we could try. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the blues. I'm going to use this darker blue first. Okay. Brayer that out. I didn't mean to spend the whole time doing leaves, but I kind of like what we're doing here. Got on a roll. All right, clean off my brayer. Let's lay the leaves out. Try and lay them where they can get a good print. Okay. Let's lay the yellow down. Okay. Smush it. Smush it. You're exhausted? I bet, because your kitten. How is Wally doing? Did anybody read Robin's story on her page. We have feral cats that live around our building because there's a crazy cat lady that comes out and feeds the cats in the neighborhood. And there's approximately 40 cats in our immediate vicinity. Well, they have found a way to get in the attic of our building. And I've had 2 now have kittens up there. And I kept hearing, Henry heard it first. Henry kept hearing meowing, but we couldn't figure out where the cat was. He went up in the attic, but you couldn't get over to the corner where we thought the cat was. So we were trying to figure out how are we going to get this thing out. So we put some food over there thinking it was up in the ceiling all the way on the corner and that maybe it would smell the food and crawl towards it. Next day, nothing. We kept poking around. We would meow at it. Couldn't figure it out. Well, a friend of my father-in-law's that he kind of is a handyman came over, and on the outside of the building, he pulled off the soffit covering underneath where the roof line meets and made a hole so he could stick his head up and get his cell phone and take pictures. So he kind of did a video, and when he did, in the wall between the 2x4s, the kitten had fallen because there was no insulation in there. Now I know why that building gets so cold. And it was all the way on the floor of that wall. And he was like, okay, we've got it. So he had to come inside. We had to move a bunch of stuff. And they cut a hole in the wall on the inside. And then the kitten came tumbling out. So I told Robin, I said, do you want this cat or not? And so I took it to her and I said, she's like, well, I don't know what to name him. I said, I think she call him Wally because we got him out of the wall. Okay, now that looks interesting with that darker shade of blue over the yellow. But I like the brightness of the yellow. These are turning out pretty cool. All right, so now I'm going to use the lighter blue, the sky blue this time. So she's got about a 4-week-old kitten that she's taking care of now. Uh-oh. He's not happy, huh? Well, he's just going to have to get over it, this cranky butt. Yeah, Jennifer said he looked like a little bat to her. Jennifer was there when we pulled him out of the wall. We were painting fingernails, and she's like, he looks like a bat. Yeah, he kind of looks like a bat. Yeah, I could see that. I'm going to lay this here. Okay. So this is a different shade of blue. Let's see how this one turns out. It is kind of cool that I'm using the same set of leaves over and over. Hey, Sheila. Bat the cat. He got a bath. I'm sure he did because he was dirty. And I know he was dehydrated because he was in there for 3 days. We couldn't get him out. I fed him some canned cat food because I didn't have a bottle to feed him. And then I dropped him off with Robin, and I went to the store for Robin to get him some formula, kitten formula, because I wasn't sure how old he was because he's so tiny. And Robin said that he bit through the needle, so they just ended up making a slurry out of canned cat food, I think. All right, I'm liking it. Okay, peel that off. I may have got to transfer a little bit from the other shade of blue in the veins. He's using the litter box? Oh, good! You may need to get a second litter box because Raja may get really mad, or a great big one. Okay. Still has that gremlin face. Okay, so here is with the yellow behind that lighter shade of blue. So isn't it interesting how completely different it looks color-wise with just changing a shade of color? Yeah, well, I was like, we had to save him because it was driving me crazy listening to him meow. All right, let's go back because I have these orange. I think I'm going to do another orange. Now, I did an orange with green earlier, right? Where are my pages? Here we go. So that was with green. I'm going to try it with this shade of blue and see how that looks. So we're going to get this lighter shade. Yeah, he would have died there. Well, we kept hearing him meow, and what was happening, he was meowing, and it was going up the wall into the attic. So it sounded like it was coming from above. But when he stuck his phone in there and was able to keep maneuvering it around so he could see, and he's like, it's in the wall. It must have been walking up on the rafters. You know, the mama cat may have had it up there, whatever reason. And he just fell. And if the mama cat may have tried to come back to rescue him, but she couldn't get him, you know. He was in the wall. Okay. Let's see how this blue looks over that orange. My leaves are starting to kind of stick together where they've got paint on them. Okay, put that there. Let's get this orange. Lay that out. Oh, I hope it's not damaged from him falling. Well, I know he's got a good home, so Robin will spoil him rotten, and Raja will try to murder him. I like Wally better than Lucky, but whatever. I'm going to call him Wally. Lucky Wally, that's what you could call him. He can have a two-part name. I would have kept him if I wasn't allergic to cats. And we can't handle the cat hair in the embroidery shop because it gets all over everything. We just know from experience. Okay, so let's lift this up, remove, and then lay this back down. I'm trying to get my leaf laid out so that paint can dry a little bit in between pressings. So let's see how this looks on the orange. Okay. Oh. Well, he may be wanting to play. That's interesting. It kind of looks purple instead of blue over that. Can you see that? I like that mottled effect that it has on this one. That's interesting how that turned out using the blue. That lighter shade of blue. I wonder if I've got one more lighter shade here. I do. So this one is called Pale Blue. We're going to do that one more time, but with the pale. There's still got a little bit of veining on here. Yeah, because Jennifer's allergic to cats too. She's more allergic than I am. I just get sneezy and I don't break out in hives, thankfully. Okay, let's brayer this out. They've stopped banging on my roof. I wonder if they're actually done. They're probably just working on the trim stuff they got to put down. All right. Let's lay the leaves down. Lay this one here. Okay, I'm going to do this. This is a brighter orange with a lighter blue. We'll see how this turns out. Thank you. You like the lighter ones, though? Well, that's what, I mean, that's why we're experimenting to see what works. We have to have a good contrast. Gotta get a good contrast. I haven't done pink yet, right? I haven't done a magenta. Maybe that's what we need to do, is do a pink. All right, so we're going to lift it and remove the leaves. I'm getting some paint buildup on the leaves. Okay, we'll mush that out. Dry leaves. Maybe we'll do some pages, getting them prepared. That will give the leaves a time to dry. They look great. You like it? You were allergic to the Siamese cat? My mom loved Siamese cats. We had one growing up. Okay, that's interesting how that's coming out. There was still a little bit of paint on the leaf, so it kind of made the orange covered a little bit. But I think it's interesting because it's kind of blue in some places. Usually a Siamese has a shorter hair, and it could be that their undercoat, because they kind of look really soft. High maintenance cat. Yep. Okay, so I've still got a little bit of paint on here, so I'm going to come in with a paler pink, maybe. Let's see if I've got one. I have light magenta, and I have this Parisian red, light magenta, and a pale purple. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to do this Parisian red over what's on the plate right now and just pull it. Maybe we'll pull a couple this color. Smooth it out. All right, book page. I think I should get some book pages out. All right, so right now I'm just trying to clean up a little bit of the plate, and then I'm going to make some papers to do the second layer gel paint. It's called Parisian red, but it's more pink. It's almost a skin tone kind of a pink. That one's kind of cool because it pulled some of that blue. I think that one I'll leave as it is. I won't print over it. So I'm going to do some more. I'm trying to get up some of this paint over here, so I may do a couple. I don't really have a pale pink, so I'd have to mix paint to get it. I may have put too much paint on it. I'll try to lift a little bit. Okay. Another piece of paper. So it's got a little blue still on the plate, so we'll see how this comes out. Pastel salmon. No, it's not quite salmon. Because salmon is, to me, is closer to the, well, this is coral in here. That looks cool too. I'm kind of liking the weird textured on the edges. All right, I think we need to do another. Try not to put as much paint this time. Okay. I may have to run outside to get another branch of leaves. Okay. I'm going to leave that down for a little bit longer and see if I can't get more of that paint in the background. All right, so while we're laying that down, let's get out my other square one. Where did it go? I put it somewhere. Oh, yeah, I put it back here. Here's my little one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put down some of that pink again, just so I can have a smaller little print. All right, let's get a book page. And I'm kind of line it up in the corner here. Letting that soak it up. Oh, they do? Okay, cool. Well, I may have to meet you over there, Jennifer, and get a few. Are you talking about like this brand, the Anita's? I need to get a couple more colors. I feel like I need more colors. Or I need to save empty bottles and mix some colors. Okay. Transfer the ink to the paper. Oh, I didn't get it all, so I'm going to get another book page. There we go. Just makes a little fodder to use. All right, so I did all that because I want to put down some pink. I've got this, this is light magenta. Bring Robin. Yeah, Robin needs another outing. Okay, we'll do this. All right, I think I saw a smaller set of leaves. Let's see. They're wilting. They're wilting. Okay, there we go. Trying to line it up here. All right, now I'm going to smush. Okay. I'm in the zone. I'm not even paying attention to y'all. Someone needs to babysit the cats. Okay, we'll do, Robin. All right, so I'm just going to put my finger back here to kind of hold that in place. And then take these leaves. Well, I thought I was. I can get them off the paper. They've stuck to the paper. Come on. All right, and then we're going to line it back up and see what we get. Spaz will go in the bedroom and Lucky Kitty will go in the bathroom. Ah, you like the magenta. It's saying the word magenta. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to leave that one to set too. Let's see how this one below turned out. Oh, look at the grunginess it got on the edges. That's kind of cool with the the grungy bits around the edge. I think this is good enough we can use it to gel print our leaves. Okay, so I'm going to go back with this big one. Oh, I got to put down paint first, Linda. We got to put down paint first. All right, so get the paint ready. Get these leaves out of the way. I need a table twice as big as what I have. Okay, kind of spread that out just a little. Spread it out just a little. Okay, let's lay these down. Try to get that laid out. Okay, let's lay this pink paper over the top. Trying to get that lined up. There we go. I'm probably going to get more blue transfer off the leaves, to be honest, but we'll see. Ancient Rome, but didn't question it because it was such a long time ago. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. Get that off. Lay that over. Oops. I'm going to let that sit for just a moment so it can kind of get all that paint, all that yumminess. All right, let's get this one that we did a moment ago. Okay, ready for the reveal. Well, that turned out cool with that, the leaf going across it. That's kind of cool. Well, that's kind of what I'm using, Terry, is I'm putting the back of the leaves on the gel plate. So this is the front, and that's the back of the leaves. That's how I'm getting this texture. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. All right, so there it is, using that grungy pale pink paper underneath. You like it? Like it? So it's a little different than without any blue in it. I kind of like it with the blues behind there. Went to the bathroom. All right. Okay, if I use the back of the leaves, that's what I am using. So this is the back of the leaves that's going on the gel plate. That's the tops of the leaves. So that's how I'm getting this texture, is by putting the back of the leaves on there. Well, my rose bushes that I've had, Julie, had bigger leaves. You know, you just have to try. All right, so let's do... Oh, I hate to mess this up, but I think I kind of like the... I think I'm going to go back over... Which one? Which one? Which one? Do we want to do the pink again? I think we'll do the pink. So I'm going to use this one. So I'll come back in as soon as I can find the pink. What'd you do with it, Linda? Ah, there it is. Does that make sense? I'm putting the back of the leaf onto the gel plate in the paint. And that's what's getting that texture. Okay. Lay that out, and we'll get this one. I could see also doing the blue over this pale pink too. Smooshing it out. Trying to really rub those leaves. Yeah, don't let that cat bite you. All right, so I'm going to lift this up, take out the leaves, lay them over. The leaves are getting quite colorful. If I could seal them, it'd become a piece of art, right? All right, smooshing it. Margie gets the kitties if Robin dies from a cat bite. Because I don't want them. The bacteria is not cheap shot either. Yeah, I can imagine. Ugh. All right. Oh, that turned out pretty cool. How's that? I think that turned out really cool. Here's got two of the pinks. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Do we need to move on from the leaves? Are y'all tired of seeing those? So there's the pink. There's the blue over the orange. Here's a dark blue over the orange. And I think that was green, wasn't it? Over the pale blue? Or was that dark blue? I'll have to look at the video again. This was yellow over blue. This was green over purple. Another green over purple. And a green over orange. You like it? So I made quite a few there of the leaves. Is there a color combo we need to do? We have to do. It's a must. We must. I like this blue and the orange, how that turned out. And these pinks came out really cool. All right. What do I not have? Got that shade of teal and blue. I wondered if we should do that pale pink with purple or the medium blue. Let's do that. Medium to light blue. You love the orange one? That turned out cool, didn't it? Okay, so I need to make some backgrounds. I'm going to make a blue, a paler blue. If I can get it to come out, it needs to, there we go. Get rid of the paint booger. I may need more paint. Oh, come on, come on, come on. This paint's older, I can tell it's thicker. Let's lift this. Okay. Is he 6 months old now? Yep. Okay, y'all have gone off onto your own conversation, so I'm just going to do whatever I want. Oh, wait. That's what I do anyway. Oh, dear. So that's kind of cool that it's got a little bit of the veining in there. I may have to just leave that. Let's do that again. Okay. Mix it. We could probably do the pink over this blue, and that would look really cool. I think that's what we're going to try. Okay. We are listening and watching intently. Well, thank you. Oh, no. Okay. And your color choices. Exactly. That's an interesting question to be asked. Oh. No, it might make the cat bitter. Because you'd be shaking it at me. I took these from you. Oh, cat allergic to anesthesia. Yeah. In a jar of whatever they preserve it in. I took these from you and I can take more. That blue. Blue. I like the blue. All right, so now if I do the pink. Yeah, pink. Yeah, that's some stickiness. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, it ripped. Oh, well, we'll just go with it. All right, so I want this blue over the pink. We'll see how this turns out. The leaves have a limited pressing. I was going to use stencils today, and I haven't yet. Yeah. Oh, okay, let's just move on. Move on. Different subject. All right, so I'm going to peel this back. Okay. All right, let's see how this turns out. Well, I didn't get it on my hands, but I sure got paint up on my arms, didn't I? You said big bug ate it. Yep, there we go. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, this one's cool. What do you think with that blue and the pink together? And you can't really tell that the leaf was damaged. I like that. I like how that turned out. That turned out pretty cool. Let's see. What color do I want to do next? What color do I want to do next? I'm going to look here. You're going to go try some leaf prints now? Yep. I've got a different, well, so that's blue though. Oh, but I've got this color, Viridian. Let's do Viridian over this blue pink. Okay. Viridian. So it's a teal color. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can get this to lay out flat. Come on, don't mess up on me. Okay. Put this down. Smash the paint. All right. Metallic paint would work. I don't have very much metallic paint, but yes, it would work, Jennifer. I think we would want to do the metallic paint on the bottom, maybe, and then do the color over it so that the metallic shines through the veins of the leaves. That's what I think. So maybe I've got some gold. I see it. I have some metallic gold. I forgot to buy some silver. I need to go to Hobby Lobby to visit a friend. I didn't get out last week because we were dealing with the cat. And I had to go. Where did I go? I had to go into the city for Henry for some stuff. So I didn't go to Hobby Lobby. Okay, so let's move that. And then lay this back down. Okay, so we said gold, right? All right. Okay. Metallic. We're going to try gold here in just a moment. Let's see how this one turns out. Oh, this is cool because there's a little bit of pink still. So it's a lot subtler because the colors aren't too far apart from each other realistically. But in person, you can see the veins of the stems and of the leaves really well. Gaddy, oh, I turned it on, but I haven't used it yet, Jennifer. Okay, I like it. It's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to do gold. So I just saw it. So this is antique gold. Hey, April. All right, so I'm going to put down a layer of gold. I'll do a couple because we need to pick a couple of colors we want to do with the gold, right? All right, so let's get one sheet. This will have kind of blue around the edges, right? And we go to lift it. Alrighty, see if we can get a good pull out of this one. Okay. All right, so we've got a gold. So I'm gonna let that dry for just a moment and do another. So it will be ready for pulling a print. Some more gold. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all for being here and hanging out with me today. If y'all do me a favor when this video is over and come and leave me a comment as to what you liked about the video. It helps the algorithm on YouTube if people comment on my videos, so other people will come and check it out and see the crazy stuff that I do for y'all. Experimentations and everything. Okay, so what color do we want to do over that gold? I'm thinking there's this paler blue that I really liked. I don't know if I want that one. This blue over the gold maybe. Okay. All right, let's see how this one comes out. It's a rich, rich gold. Oh, there's still some on the plate. Let's keep it going. I'll get the leaves to dry a little bit over here on the side. I may have to apply heat to them. Okay, let's see if this lifts more of the paint. I got a little bit more. So there's a little bit of gold on there. All right, let's now put down this shade of blue. Okay. I'm going to have paint on my glasses, I know. Because I keep touching my glasses with my pinky hands. Okay. Lay the leaves out. Okay, let's see how this gold looks behind that blue. Really smush it good. Okay, what other color? We're going to do one more with that gold. What other color should I do? Purple? Donna says green. I might do the purple. I don't know. I may do a lighter shade of purple. Let's see what I've got here. Okay. Let's lift this up and get rid of the leaf. Okay. See how this is going to come out. Smush it, smush it. I need some water. Okay, let's see. There's still a little bit on that plate. I like it. Isn't that pretty? With the gold. A lighter shade of pale something, right? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is this print didn't get a lot of gold on it. There's still some veining left here on the plate. So if I do this right, I should be able to, you know, I'm going to save that. I'll just get a new sheet. So I'm going to put down gold and see if I can lift all of this. Okay. So I'm really trying to be generous and put down a good coat of this gold paint. Okay. And now let's get a new sheet and put that right here. And then really press that into the paint and see if we can't pick up some of that veining that was left on the plate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm really trying to get that the paint to transfer to the paper. When you want to pull and not change the color, you use Liquitex Fluid Gloss Medium. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I've got some matte medium laying out here I may use. Oh, that did what I wanted it to do. How's that? Of course, there was hardly any blue paint over here, so when the gold came in, that turned out pretty cool. All right, so we've still got this gel print, and we were toying between purple and green. I don't think I have a lighter purple. I have a more, I guess it's more Is this the same color? I have one that's called purple. So this is a lot lighter than the violet. So let's use this purple. Okay, I gotta fix my chair. I'm sliding out of it. All right, there. That'll help a little bit, maybe. Make me sit up taller. I had to move my pillow. Oh, gel print down on the floor. They got rolled over. Here's another one. It's time to clean the floor again. Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna do purple. So I'm gonna put some purple down. Ooh, I like this shade of purple. I think it'll look good over that gold. Okay. Clean the brayer off. Let's get the leaves and lay them out. Bugs have been eating one of the leaves that now has holes in it. I think this might be the last time I get to use this one. Right, let's lay that down and smush it out. So this one, the gold wasn't near as solid, so it should have a little more texture to it. Oh! Everybody's screaming, making noises, and my banging has stopped, so I can't get up to go look, but I'm assuming that they're done and they're just cleaning up because they had debris everywhere. They better get it all cleaned up or I'm going to be mad because it was all in my flower beds. They covered some of my flowers, and I hope they didn't break off all my lilies that are blooming right now. Okay, so that should be enough. Let's lift this. We don't want to do it too much because you want that paint to still be wet when you lay the paper back down. So I'm just going to let that set for a moment. Rub it good. Okay. I think I'm making a mess of the back of this paper because I keep rubbing into the paint on the sides. Look at my gloves. I'm going to leave it down just a little bit longer. Okay, let's try it now. Oh, there's still a little bit on here. I think we could do the gold behind it again. That is not as vibrant, but it's there. You can see the gold back there, can't you? I think what I'm going to do is put gold on this piece now, like we did a moment ago with the blue. Let's give it a little bit to dry. My mixed media mat keeps moving because I didn't glue it down. Aw, poor old lady. I think that might be dry enough now. I put a lot of gold paint on there. I may have a little too much. I want to smooth it out. See what we get. That is a little too much. I'm going to grab a book page and okay. Okay. Now let's get a page. We're going to lay that in here. Smush it out. All right, I'm going to get my cleanup paper and kind of clean up the edges a little bit. Gotta clean up edges paper. I'll let that set for a moment so it'll get all that paint off of there. Shiny! Let that soak. So the blue and the yellow, those turned out cool. This purple. I got a lot to choose from here. That blue, I think this one's my favorite of the blues. This one's really interesting, the way the colors are. I think this one would look cool if I scan it and just tweak the color just a little bit. I really like how that pink and the blue turned out. That was just cleaning up the plate. That was with a light pink in the background, which is actually called Parisian red. The orange and the blue. Orange and the dark blue. Kind of a teal with blue. That's a darker blue over the teal. That was yellow over blue. This was green over purple. Green over purple. Or green over orange. So we got some interesting gel prints today so far. All right, so I'm going to do this last one. And I think we'll move away from the leaves, okay? Move away from the leaves, Linda. Okay. Got some of that grungy off. Let's see how this came out. So we get a little bit of that gold behind the purple. It's a little bit more on this in gold, but I like it. Okay. You try to see if it had, y'all got you. All right, I like that. Okay, so I'm liking some of these color choices here. I'm going to do, where is it? I've got some bubble wrap that I've mounted onto a piece of cardboard. So I'm going to put a little bit of paint over here. I'm going to try something. I'm thinking that if I roll over this, that I can then press it onto the gel plate and get a really cool pattern. How's that? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? My thought was by doing it this way that it would dry just a little bit faster than if I coated the whole thing with paint and then brayered over it. I'm going to save this over here to lift the color. I think I'm going to do this shade of blue. Is that dry enough? Can't tell. It's coming off a little bit. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. I got my ceiling fan on in here, so it'll dry just a little bit faster. Hey, Amanda Dawn, how are you, lady? I'm letting this dry for a moment, but I can flip through some of the prints. This was using leaves. I ended up pressing leaves onto the gel plate and made a few pages. There's lots of color in these. I kind of like this one a lot. I don't know, I change my mind each time I look at these to see which one I like the most. Some fun ones. There's a pink and magenta. It's another pink and magenta. There's a little bit of blue left on the gel plate. Lots of fun. Gold and blue. So we did a variety, and that was a yellow. Glued to the screen. All right. I like it. Oh, yeah, and then I forgot about the first ones we did. This was with a different leaf. and different technique. So if you miss it, you're going to want to watch this again. All right, so I put the bubble wrap on here. I'm going to take this blue, come in behind. And I may go ahead, I've got a little bit lighter blue, so I'm going to add a little bit. Okay. Trying to add a little color, a little bit everywhere. All right, let's smooth this out. I can't believe I didn't get any stencils out today. I may have to do that. I got them out to do stuff earlier. All right, so let's move that down. See what we get. I'm using I didn't say this at the beginning, I'm using the 12 by 12 gel plate, and I'm using 8.5 by 11 paper. Twitchy eye! Okay. The back's kind of cool now, huh? Trying to get all that paint to transfer. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, that turned out really cool. With the bubble wrap being pressed into the gel plate and then coming back with the paint over the top of it. What do you think? I think I'd go with an even lighter color. All right, so let's do this purple again because I still have some. So I'm just going to see if I can't pick some up with my brayer again. I may need more. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got a little bit. I need a little bit more paint, so put just a little bit more on my palette to the side. Okay, let's see how this looks. I think I could get, there we go. Got a little over there on the corner. Got more paint on my arm. I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, now I've got a leaf wrapped around my brayer. Okay, dry. So we need a little bit lighter color, right? So I think I saw a pale, okay, this pale blue, or do I have another one? I have a gray purple. Has this one been opened yet? Yes. It's a gray purple, and I'm wondering if it's too close to the same color. You know what? Let's use this Persian red behind here and see how that comes out. All right, well, it's 6 o'clock, y'all. If you want to get in on the raffle for this little goodie pack from Jennifer Edmondson, you can enter the raffle now. And I think I'm going to pull this last print, and we'll do a flip through of all of them that I made today. I can't believe I didn't use any stencils on the live. That's funny. All right, let's get a paper. Kind of smush that around. Get my cleanup papers and lay those down. Kind of clean up those edges. All right, I'm going to let that set for a moment so it can get all that yummy paint onto the paper. I got a mess here to clean up. I got paint everywhere. It's piled up. Okay, you thought that would be a good color? Okay, good. All right, so this was a bubble wrap. That was leaf and gold and purple. We've got, trying to get all the others here. There's a gold and purple. That's green and orange. Two different shades of pink with some blue left on the background. This one I just cleaned off the plate with the pink, and I got that brown, or the blue veining. And this was a pink and blue. This was blue and teal, blue and gold again, yellow and blue, orange and blue, orange and dark blue, teal and blue. That's purple on teal, and that is green on purple, yellow on blue, green on yellow. All right, so let's see how this last gel plate turned out today. Oh, and I forgot these. And these I did at the beginning, where I did a gel print and lifted it, and then I lifted the plant material and pressed it to this page. So these are kind of like they could have been put together. And then this time I printed it, removed the plant material, and then laid it back down. And so you got the texture of the plant material. And I like how that turned out. All right, let's see if this came out the way I thought it would. Got some of that cleaned off the edges. Oh yeah, and I made this one today too. And this was using black and teal. It's interesting how they all came out. Depends how thick the fun foam is, Julie, but it will take some texture. You know, another thing you can put in there is aluminum foil. Oh, I like how this turned out. That turned out pretty. That was the Parisian red, and that was purple acrylic paint. So the purple was the bubble wrap, and the background was the Parisian red. I think that turned out really well. Yeah, springs backs when heat's applied, otherwise it does okay. See, another thing you can do with fun foam, Julie, is if you run that through your embossing folder and then glue it to a block, you could use it as a stamp and stamp on your gel plate. Yeah, okay, yeah. Use it for the gel plate. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the session. Let's pick the winner of the goodie pack. I don't want to touch it too much because I won't get it out of the package. It's like space stars, and there's some beads and confetti or glitter and star stickers. Lots of little goodies. Have to buy some first. I got you, Julie. Gotcha. Another thing you could use, Julie, is here in America, we get styrofoam with our meat. And if you cut off the edges, like get a big piece and cut off the edges so it's just flat, and then run that through and see what it does. All right, let's pick a winner. And the winner of the little goodie pack is Terry. Congratulations, Terry. Hey, I don't think I've sent you anything. Have I, Terry? If so, I need your mailing address. If you'll go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and create a user account, and then use the contact me on my webpage and say, hey, this is Terry from YouTube. I won during one of your live streams. That way I can connect the two together and mail out your prize. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, that you're inspired to maybe go get some plants and cut some leaves in gel print. I used some bubble wrap here. So we've got a variety of prints to choose from. I made a bunch. This is a pretty thick stack. Let me know in the comment section after this video is done which one was your favorite. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. Kind of depends on how this week goes. I'm just playing it by ear. Maybe we'll make something with these gel prints, or maybe we'll make some ephemera or pockets. Let me know what your ideas are that you want to see more of. Maybe say I want to see more mini journals. I want to see pockets or envelopes, and I'll see what I can do. Journal cards even. I'm glad you had fun today. Thank you so very much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, look, I can take my gloves off, and look there. My hands. Look at my nail polish. They're all pink because they were warm, and my hands are clean. There's no paint on my hands. Now my arm is a different story. You can see right here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get off here and go inspect my roof. Y'all take care. Lots of love to you. Do something fun and creative, and be kind out there. You never know, just a little bit of kindness sent to someone else may cause a ripple effect in this world, and maybe we can just all show more kindness and have a better world to live in, right? All right, y'all take care. Have an amazing week. I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.